Hello, welcome back to Be a Creative. This week I'm coming at you with two super quick one-layer tags. I think in real life it only took me like 30 minutes to do these tags, and the video itself is only 6 minutes long. So when I say they came together quick, I really mean it. I am starting by applying some gesso on a size 8 distress manila tag, and I'm doing this because I want a nice really bright white surface, so when I lay down my Stabilo pencil it'll look good. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm applying some general marks. Well, honestly, I'm just scribbling. We call it mark making, but really it's just scribbling. I'm applying some marks down onto the tag, and I'm hitting it with a water brush just to make it a little bit more loosey-goosey, to give it that artistic flair, if you will. Now I'm doing the same thing to the second tag. You may notice that this Stabilo pencil got applied a little bit darker. That was unintentional. I just wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And as you can see, while I'm hitting it with that water brush, the lines are a lot darker. That was, like I said, unintentional. And I was a little bummed out because I'd intended to send these as a set, but then I was like, oh well, it's alright. So I am going to kind of play with those darker lines when I add a little bit of color into the background. So I have some Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold. Did I say that right? Yes, ding, 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 ding. And I'm going to use the water brush initially to apply it to the card. However, I'm going to get frustrated with that because it's going to take too damn long. So I'm just going to hit it with the water sprayer thingy. And I really want like this nice swoosh effect. You'll see today that my video is riddled with tons of artistic and technical terms, such as loosey-goosey and swooshing effect. Please note that I don't take using these terms lightly, and it's only with great seriousness that I apply them here. So now we moved on to our second tag, and I'm applying the Nickel Azo Gold. I don't want to try that again. I nailed it once the first time. Quit while you're ahead, Shannon. To the darker parts of where that Stabilo got laid down a little bit too heavily. And from learning with the first tag, eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the whole tag right here with that water sprayer thingy, and that's how I'm going to get those swishy, I guess technically it's organic lines. I don't know. I just want it to look natural. So now I'm going to add my stamping, and I'm using the, if you assumed that it was going to be a Dina Wakley stamp set, you would be correct. It's a Dina Wakley stamp set. I can't remember the name of the stamp set. Check the description box below for a list of the full supplies. So I am trying to keep a consistent theme here, so I'm going to use birds for both of the tags, and you'll see how I incorporate them in here in a second, even though I'm applying a completely different stamp to that second tag. I'm stamping both of the images with Stazon Ink, though I think you probably could do this with archival ink. I'm not really sure. I just tend to do everything with Stazon. So after I get this stamped down, I'm going to grab my Elegant Writer pen, and this idea right here, what I'm getting ready to do, is really what inspired both tags. I was sitting at my desk, I was like, I wonder what would happen if I used my Elegant Writer pen to outline a stamp. If you're not familiar with an Elegant Writer pen, it is basically a pen version of a Stabilo. It is a water-soluble pen that you can activate and get watercolor effects with when you hit it with said water. So here I am cleaning my brush. Good job, Pat Shannon. And I'm going to use the water brush to start activating that ink. Now the cool thing about an Elegant Writer, and if you already know this, my apologies, this is just for anyone who's not familiar with it. Because there are so many colors of ink that are used to make the black color, the more water that you apply will eventually draw out more color. So if I were to keep going with this, we would eventually see like some reds and some greens. Sometimes I even get a little yellow. It's really pretty. I just wanted the blue, so I'm not hitting it with a ton of water. Now that first tag with the bird, I was really crazy with it. I was just like, bam, here's some water. But for the face, I want it to be a little bit more controlled, so I'm sticking with the water brush. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to incorporate some of the bird elements into the face, and this is how I'm going to do it. Though I do want to give a warning, this portion of the video may be hard for some viewers to watch. I'm going to take that little bird stamp that I used, and I'm going to cut it. It's okay. No stamps were injured in the making of this video. I do this quite a bit when I buy stamp sets that have groups of stamps that are already, made together. And so I'll just cut it. It allows me for much more versatility and control over the stamps because sometimes I don't want 3. or I don't want them so close together. You know, really, I just want to do what I want. So that's all it is. But because they are red rubber stamps, I can fit them back together like little puzzle pieces on both the acrylic block and the thing that holds the stamps, the plastic, you know, backgroundy thing, and I don't lose them. So it's like a win for everybody. So here I am finishing off the stamps, and because I said this was in one layer, I'm adding the sentiment directly onto the bottom of the stamp. That's why I kept a little free space open, a little forethinking on my part. And while I had said earlier these were intended to be shipped together, I actually decided not to, so the bird thing was a moot point regardless. Anyway, here are our finished tags. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. We'll maybe try the Elegant Writer. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Hey, here's some more videos that you might like, and please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that you can see more of my content.